Hello, we are in A Course in Miracles, Lesson 69, Part 1 of the workbook. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. No one can look upon what your grievances conceal, because your grievances are hiding the light of the world in you. Everyone stands in darkness, and you beside him. But as the veil of your grievances is lifted, you will be released with him. Share your salvation now with him, who stood beside you when you were in hell. He is your brother in the light of the world, which saves you both. Today, let us make another real attempt to reach the light in you. Before we undertake this in our more extended practice period today, let us devote several minutes to thinking about what we are trying to do. We are literally attempting to get in touch with the salvation of the world. We are trying to see past the veil of darkness that keeps it concealed. We are trying to let the veil be lifted and see the tears of God's Son disappear in the sunlight. Let us begin our longer practice period today with the full realization of all this and real determination to reach what is dearer to us than all else. Salvation is our only need. There is no other purpose here and no other function to fulfill. Learning salvation is our only goal. Let us end the ancient search today by finding the light in us and holding it up for everyone who searches with us to look upon and rejoice. Very quietly now, with your eyes closed, try to let go of all the content which generally occupies your consciousness. Think of your mind as a vast, round area surrounded by a layer of heavy, dark clouds. You can see only the clouds because you seem to be standing outside the whole area and quite apart from it. Let me go down. I missed 88. Let me find 88. Do you see it? Where's 88? 88. I don't know why I can't see it. Oh, there it is. Today, let us make another real attempt to reach the light in you. And then 88 footnote. Today, we will make our first real attempt to get past this dark and heavy cloud and to go through it to the light beyond. After the first meditation exercise in Lesson 41, similar exercises follow in Lessons 44, 45, 47, and 49. All right, and then down here, think of your mind as a vast round area surrounded by a layer of heavy dark clouds. You can see only the clouds because you seem to be standing outside the whole area and quite apart from it. 89. The image is of our true mind as a radiant sphere surrounded by a layer of clouds. In the image, we are currently standing beside the sphere, outside the clouds, unable to see the sphere that the clouds obscure. All right, from where you stand, you see no reason to believe there is a brilliant light hidden by the clouds. The clouds seem to be the only reality. They seem to be all there is to see. Therefore, you do not attempt to walk through them and past them, which is the only way in which you would be really convinced in their lack of substance. We will make this attempt today. I want to pause here and just state a few. We illustrated this. We drew this out with Lisa Natoli's 40-day program. And it was very effective. So if you would like to illustrate this and draw a picture of what this would look like, that would be great. That's probably going to be very helpful too. It was to me. All right, I'm going to pick up the reading. After you have thought about the importance of what you are trying to do for yourself and the world, I'm going to wait for this to silence. After you have thought about the importance of what you are trying to do for yourself and the world, try to settle down in perfect stillness, remembering only how much you want to reach the light in you today. Now, determined to go past the clouds. Reach out and touch them in your mind. Brush them aside with your hand. Feel them resting on your cheeks and forehead and eyelids as you go through them. Go on. Clouds cannot stop you. If you are doing the exercises properly, you will begin to get a sense of being lifted up and carried ahead. Your little effort and small determination call on the power of the universe to help you, and God Himself will raise you from the darkness into light. You are in accord with His will. You cannot fail because your will is His. Have confidence in your Father today. Be certain that He has heard you and has answered. You may not recognize His answer yet, but you can indeed be sure that it is given you and you will yet receive it. Try, as you attempt to go through the clouds to the light, to hold this confidence in your mind. Try to remember that you are at last joining your will to God's. Try to keep the thought clearly in mind that what you undertake with God must succeed. Then let the power of God work in you and through you, that His will and yours be done. In the shorter practice periods, which you want to do as often as possible in view of the importance of today's idea to you and your happiness, remind yourself that your grievances are hiding the light of the world from your awareness. Remind yourself also that you are not searching for it alone, and that you do know where to look for it. Say then, my grievances hide the light of the world in me. I cannot see what I have hidden, yet I want to let it be revealed to me, for my salvation and the salvation of the world. And then I'm going to go back. Then let the power of God work in you and through you, that His will and yours be done. And that's 90. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. The difference in the Course illusion is that God's will is our will as well. God's will is for us to reach the light in us today, and that is our will too. And to return to the lesson, also be sure to tell yourself, if I hold this grievance, the light of the world will be hidden from me. If you are tempted to hold anything against anyone today, if I hold this grievance, the light of the world will be hidden from me. Now I'm going to read the commentary from Robert Perry and Alan Watson. All right, we're reading Lesson 69. My grievances hide the light of the world in me. Practice instructions. To lift the veil of grievances that has hidden the light of the world in you so that you can experience that light and let it shine salvation unto the world. This is yet another attempt to experience the light in you. Longer, one time for 10 to 15 minutes. Spend several minutes cultivating the heightened attitude that is so crucial to course-based meditation. Think about what you are trying to attempt, about its importance to you and to the world. You are trying to lift the veil and get in touch with the light of the world so you can hold it up for all to see and be blessed by. You are trying to reach your only need, your only function, goal, and purpose. Be determined to reach it. Then, with eyes closed, let go of all your thoughts. Picture your true mind as a vast sphere of radiant light, totally engulfed by a layer of dark clouds, your grievances. From your vantage point outside the sphere, all you can see are clouds. Now begin the meditation. As before, you can see it as having three aspects. The basic motion is one of traveling through the clouds and into the light. Reach out and touch them in your mind. Brush them aside with your hand. Feel them resting on your cheeks and forehead and eyelids as you go through them. If your mind wanders, repeat the idea and then continue your journey through the clouds. Most of all, hold that heightened attitude you cultivated in the first phase, an attitude of desire. Remember how much you want to reach the light. Determination, be determined to get there, and confidence, realize you cannot fail because this is in accord with God's will. If you do your part properly, the power of God will do the rest. You will feel His power lifting you up and carrying you into the light. Frequent reminders as often as possible. Suggestions several times an hour. Say, my grievances hide the light of the world in me. I cannot see what I have hidden. Yet I want it blah, blah, blah. Yet I want to let it be revealed to me by God for my salvation and the salvation of the world. Response to temptation. Whenever you are tempted to hold a grievance, say, if I hold this grievance, the light of the world will be hidden from me. I am the light of the world, but the light cannot shine out because my grievances hide it. When I let my grievances go, the light is released and releases my brother and myself. My job with everyone I meet is to share my salvation with him. Today's practice is another time of attempting to reach the light in you, or in other words, to become aware of myself as God created it, wholly loving and wholly lovable. Notice how the form of this practice is similar to what we've seen before. It is a pattern that is repeated often in the workbook in different forms. In general, the pattern is one of attempting to move past or move through or let go of the thoughts that normally occupy my mind. Settling down in deep stillness and reaching beyond my surface thoughts to something deep within myself, a self I am not normally aware of. This is a course method of meditation. It is one of the tools given to us by the workbook, and it should be learned and used after workbook practice per se has ended. What we are trying to reach is dearer to us than all else. Reaching it, finding it, and releasing it to the world is our only purpose and our only function on earth. Learning salvation is our only goal. I love the poignant imagery of this sentence. We are trying to let the veil be lifted and to see the tears of God's Son disappear in the sunlight. Can you feel that tug with me, that longing to release the light of the world that is in you? I do. I love this. There is a light that this world cannot give, yet you can give it as it was given you. And as you give it, it shines forth to call you from the world and follow it. For this light will attract you as nothing in this world can do. There is a light that this world cannot give, yet you can give it as it was given you, and as you give it, it shines forth to call you from the world and follow it, for this light will attract you as nothing in this world can do. Thank you for joining with me again. I love you. Lesson 69, my grievances hide the light of the world in me. I love you. Thank you.